Good evening, teachers. This is Mrs. Jones from Silly Long Elementary School in Central Texas. How are you all doing? I needed to make this video from home. I don't look really great, but I felt like I had some things that I wanted to address with y'all before we go back to school next Monday. Some things that I felt were important, and they have to do with our discipline. Now, when I'm in the local store, the supermarket here, I don't really feel comfortable when parents come up to me and they have questions about why this or why that. They want to know why their student, this other student is doing this and, whatever, all these different situations. And I just feel like we don't have enough consistency across the board at our school here at Silly Long in Central Texas. And so teachers, I hope you don't mind me sending you this during your break, but we really need to get a clear understanding of everything before we go back next Monday. Okay, so remember, we start on blue. Blue is you. Blue are the minor infractions, okay? So you don't call the office if you have a child, acting out a little bit, or maybe they're having problems not sitting down. I'm referring to my notes here. There's some petty theft going on, a little bit of talking. They might use a cuss word, but not two words in a row that are cuss words, just like a stupid B word or something like that. Horseplay, things, things like that. Blue is you. You take care of those. Now, green, that's when it goes up to the other level. Remember that. Green is when they might act out, but they're not disrupting your class. They're just acting out a little bit. They might be acting out of their ordinary self a little bit. They might be showing a little bit of anxiety, or they might be bullying other students. Well, then you email the counselors and then you take care of it yourself. All right. Yellow, that goes up to the next one. That's when the counselors need to come in and assess. That's right. They need to come in. Maybe the child is screaming, crying, throwing things. There's threats or having a meltdown. We need to know about that. The counselors do, not the office. Don't call the office. All right. So then orange, that's when there's more theft. Like maybe they've stolen somebody's laptop or cellular telephone out of their backpack. That's an office referral, teachers. Or maybe they're racial profiling, or they're taunting or cursing more than one word in a row, or they're spitting, and they're not just spitting, but they spit in somebody's face or their mouth. They're biting and it's leaving marks. That's an orange. Okay. So remember, the last one is red. Now you call the office immediately. That's when we respond ASAP. And teachers, that's why we can't have you calling us for all these other things that you can take care of, because we need to be available for the red situations, which might be evacuation. Somebody has something in class they're not supposed to have. And also if a child leaves without permission. Okay, so I gave this same talk about a week ago and maybe two weeks ago, and we still seem to have a misunderstanding here. I had some questions come back. So one of the people asked me this. I'm not going to say no names or anything. Okay, so if they cuss a teacher out, that's green, right? Why is that green if they cuss the teacher out? A teacher asked me. I say, yes, that is green, because that's a situation you can handle. You're a teacher, you went to college, you can handle that. You have people cuss you out, you handle that situation. And then somebody asked, well, hold on a second. So they cuss me out and they're on green, but if they get up and leave out of the class without, no explanation, that's red. That doesn't make sense. And I say this, here at Silly Long Elementary, we don't always make sense, but we expect you to follow our protocol, and that's our protocol. Okay. Then somebody else said, what should it matter if they bite or hit or spit, whether it leaves a mark or not? It's all violence. And I say, well, that's true. But, again, you follow the protocol, because if it's either, blue or it's orange, depending on if they leave the marks. And somebody else, they just had a problem with that. If a child calls me a lion B word, that's only blue. That's right. Again, you need to follow the protocol. So I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And before I see you on Monday, I need you all to email me a one-page, single-spaced summary on your understanding of the rules, and you're not going to be paid extra money. Okay? All right. Again, thanks for everything you do for our entire classroom community, and thank you for being a part of Silly Long in Central Texas. Have a good evening, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.